Hey there everyone, this is Coach Adam. So last week I asked a question of what is one particular food item that you have to have every single day in order to feel really good about yourself? Like what is something that you have to eat either every day or every other day to really feel good about yourself? Truly believe that you're doing something good for your body, that you're holding yourself accountable and staying on track with your goals. Like what is one item like that? And I definitely got a good number of responses from that. But now I want to ask the question that's closer to the other end of the spectrum. And that is, what is one food item that you enjoy, but you'd be willing to eat less of it? Now, what I mean by that is, what is a food that feels like a very nice treat for you to have, or something that you enjoy eating either every day or maybe every other day, maybe twice, 3 times a week, and that you do enjoy, but if someone were to ask you to eat less of it, you would not feel that's a huge sacrifice. Like giving up this food item would help you get closer towards your goal of maybe losing a few unwanted pounds, maybe getting some more energy, or just feeling overall better about yourself and liking what you see changing on the scale or in the mirror. If there was one particular food item you'd be willing to eat less of, or just gradually eat less and less of it until you reach a point where you feel you don't really need that food as much anymore, what would that food item be? Like, is it something like French fries? Is it something like ice cream? Is it something like your grandmother's recipe for spaghetti meatballs or anything like that? Like, so something a little out of the blue like that. For me, I might lose a few friends on this, but for me, it's just generally dessert in general. And now I come from a hometown where we're quite known for our ice cream, and I do enjoy ice cream, and I'm not saying I don't enjoy dessert anymore, but when I started my own journey of health and wellness and really wanting to tone up and really gain more muscle mass and to just get to a point where I felt like I was bigger than I had ever been in my life and actually really like what I saw in the mirror, I had to look at what I was eating. And I did enjoy my dessert, but over time I started asking myself, could I have dessert like maybe only once a week? And then after that it became once every 2 weeks, then maybe once a month, or maybe I don't need it quite as much. And now I've reached a point to where I don't really have a huge craving for dessert. Like if I'm offered, I will consider it, and I will not always say yes, but now I've reached the point where I don't feel like I need dessert to really round out my day or to finish out a meal. Like if I were to go out to a restaurant, I don't think I need dessert to make the whole meal complete. I just feel like I am doing just fine without dessert, because what I've done instead is I've put more focus on carbohydrates as well as whole food sources of carbohydrates to give me that energy that I need for either lifting heavier or going for a longer run, or just having the energy I need for something that requires more energy, like such as like athletics, like cheerleading. So that's what I have done for myself, is just to transition away from desserts in general to now just having whole food sources for carbohydrates and energy, and including like whole pieces of fruit. And I do not regret that. I actually feel a little bit better about myself. I don't have as huge of a craving with a sweet tooth. So for me, giving up desserts essentially has really helped me a lot. And again, if I'm offered like a homemade dessert, I will consider it. And if there's a tasty treat on the menu, I will consider it, but I will not likely say yes all the time, but it will definitely be something I will think twice about. So now I want to turn that over to you and offer you the opportunity to share with me, what is one food that you'd be willing to just eat a little bit less of? Like even if that means like going from twice a week to just once a week having this one food item, like something just as small as that. What is one food item or meal or anything like that that you'd be willing to make that change with? Let me know in the comments, because I really like to talk to you more about this, because a lot of people think that you have to give up your favorite foods in order to gain the body that you want, and you have to suffer through it. That's not particularly the case. If anything, recompositioning your body or general weight loss should be done with the easiest amount of changes that you can do to your day-to-day life, including your food, to make those changes more sustainable. Because if you have to quit cold turkey, it's going to be really hard. But if you are able to make small changes here and there, that's when it all adds up. So you tell me, what is one food item that you think you could eat a little bit less of, but not feel like you're cut off from it completely? Let me know.